Bedroom styling should be approached differently than the rest of the house. For me, the goal is softer, quieter, and more restful.
Hi, I'm LT, and this is Stylish Dweller, where I show how I create a home that is calm, intentional, and lived in beautifully. If the main level of my home is all about how it welcomes and the lower level is about how it supports me daily, this time we're going to talk about restoration. When I styled my bedroom, I had 3 words that I kept in mind: simple, intentional, and functional. So let's start with looking at the bed. The bed is simply made, and there's a very minimal amount of pillows on the bed. When it's time for me to go to bed, I do not like to deal with a lot of pillows. So I keep the layout very simple. On the side of my bed, I have 2 bachelor's chests. And what I like about them, all of the furniture here is what I call high capacity furniture. So these are rather large nightstands called bachelor's chests, which house everything that are personal to me, like glasses, sunglasses, lotion, things that I might need when I lay down for the night. So that is very good for me. I also have on the side of, on each bachelor's chest, I have a glass container where I can put water that I want to drink throughout the night. And then I have a few Apple Watch chargers. So I actually have a few Apple Watches. And so I have the chargers hidden behind some plants in each one so that they're charging my watches, but everything is not in your face. So I really love that function. I have a speaker here if I want to play music at night. Sorry, Siri has a problem with chiming in when she's not welcome. So anyhow, I have a speaker that, I sometimes play music at night. Also, as I mentioned, most of the furniture in here is high capacity. So this is a rather large chest of drawers here with another large chest of drawers. Speaking of functional, this bench here is actually storage. And in here, I house additional sheet sets and blankets in case I need to, get up and get an additional blanket throughout the night. Also in here, an addition that I made was the sconces. And so though I turn those on in case I want to read, but do not want to have the major lights on here. And as it relates to simplicity, all of the artwork in here is small and very simple. All of the artwork coordinates with each other. Nothing is making a huge, bold statement in here. It's just very calm and relaxing, just the way that I want it to feel after I've come in from a long day of work. What I love about the primary bath is it's also simple and kind of luxurious. There's a double sink. I changed out all of the hardware here to match all of the hardware throughout the house. There's a standalone tub here. I also added this bath tray as a matter of fact, this is quite honestly just decoration. I've been here almost 3 years and I've never been in this tub, but it looks good. The star of the show for me, the thing that I really love about this bathroom is the placement of the shower. It's a rather large shower, but I love how the glass door is here, but the fixtures are in here. You walk in the shower and then go towards the back of the shower. So what I love in every other home that I've had having a glass door has always been a pain to clean, but because the shower, you walk in and then make a left and go back to the back where the fixtures are, this shower door rarely gets dirty. So I finally have a shower door that I don't have to worry about keeping clean all the time. So I love this. The builder, this is all the builder's doing. Both the tile in here on the floor and in the shower is all porcelain. And so I added a slim olive tree just to give it a little life. And I just added a little side table with a candle. So it's very simple in here, not hard to keep clean, and you know, I quite like it. So this is the upper level of my home, and I call this restoration headquarters. The primary bedroom is actually on the main floor. That's where I sleep, obviously. But this is where the remaining 3 bedrooms are. And so when you first come up the stairs, this area was originally something I absolutely knew I did not know what to do with, because this was just a blank area. And so what I did is, after living here a couple years, I decided to go back to my handy dandy cabinet company and had them make these drawers. And then I had a marble countertop made from the actual company who did my countertops in the kitchen. And then here, for guests, I have refrigerator drawers. So these are filled with bottled water. So as people are up here, guests are up here, they're more than welcome to come here to get bottled water. And then I have drawers here for storage, and I added the black slate slatted walls just to give it a little style, and had the shelves custom made. And I think it makes for a nice welcome moment at the top of the stairs when you get to this level. And coming over here is the loft area, or it's an additional family room or sitting room up here for the guests. So I have a simple couch, a coffee table, a media cabinet, and one of my handy dandy frame TVs. Amongst the many things that I, was honestly kind of annoyed with this builder is how asymmetrical some things in the home is. And that is like, there's a window here, but no window on that side. So what I did to compensate for not having a window over here and trying to make good use of this space is I found a piece of artwork that is similar in size to the window to kind of help balance this out. So it's a little trick that I did to trick the eye. And I mean, it came out. I think it does the job and deals with the whole asymmetry of it all. And then behind the couch here, I have a bar, a sofa bar with 3 stools that go underneath here. So guests can sit out here and eat or lounge and watch the TV. So this is a very functional and useful space that, I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So this is the main guest bedroom, and once again, simplicity is key here. There's a bed here with very minimal pillows. I have a dresser here which houses sheets and towels and other things that my guests may need. There's a simple desk here, which also has an outlet here for guests to sit here and work. And at the top of the desk, I have the Wi-Fi code and everything for folks to just come in and just enjoy their stay. I've heard that guests enjoy themselves when they come here to stay. This is considered the main guest room, not because of its size, but because it's the only bedroom up here that has its own ensuite. Now, it is a rather small ensuite, but nevertheless, it is there for the guests that are staying in this room. They do not have to go outside to the shared bathroom in the hallway there. This is bedroom number 2 up here. It happens to be my grandchildren's bedroom when they come. What is great about this, again, functionality is key here. I have 2 twin beds, and the headboard has 2 outlets in there for their iPads, as well as 2 USB outlets at the top of the headboard. I also installed 2 reading lamps, or 1 reading lamp above each bed. And what's great about this setup is I have a king conversion kit, so that if a guest or a couple needs to stay in this room when my grandchildren are not here, you can put these beds together and it converts. I have a kit which converts these 2 beds into 1 king bed. And then also I have here stools at each end of the bed, so when guests come, they have a place to sit, to put on socks. I'm actually a shoeless home. I was about to say put on shoes, but there are no shoes up here. And then I have another set of benches in front of each window where folks can also sit down here, and a space to put shoes. In all of the bedrooms, there is plenty of closet space here. There are organizers in each closet. So in here is where guests can put their suitcases, coats, or hang their clothes. And then this is a dresser here that I have here that's actually, each of the drawers are empty, waiting for people if they need to insert things here. So this room, like I said, very, very functional, very minimal, and just done, I think, very well. This is the 3rd and final bedroom up here. And how this room came to be, this is a guest room / office. And when I first moved here, there were no offices here until I got the basement finished. So I created an office up here. So I've left it that way. And I made sure to select a day bed here. It includes it's sized to be a deep twin. And then this day bed also has drawers on the bottom here, again, allowing for opportunities of storage. There's a small coffee table here that includes a couple storage boxes, and then my desk and chair and printer. So sometimes I even come up here and work when I want to change in vibe. Also here, I am a collector of designer purses and shoes, and so I actually come into this room whenever I want to select a different bag to wear for a particular day or an occasion. So this is a pretty multi-purpose room here: guest, office, luxury bag collection. It packs a big punch in this moderate size room. What we have here is the shared bathroom for up here. So there are 2 bedrooms that share this one bath. I love that it has a dual sink. I've added the shelves and the mirrors here. And the next room here is is considered a water closet. So that's where the tub and shower is, along with the toilet. Very simple space. I had it painted just to, get by for a little bit until I figure out what additional I'd like to do in here. Well, that wraps up the areas of restoration of my home. These spaces are probably the most personal in the entire house because they were designed entirely around rest, quiet, and restoration. I've learned that home isn't just about what looks beautiful. It's also about creating spaces that allow you to feel grounded, cared for, and at peace. And honestly, I think we all deserve that. Which brings me to something I'd love to ask you. When you think about your ideal home environment, how do you want it to feel? Not look, but feel. For me, I always come back to peace. That's the feeling I want woven throughout my home. But I'd truly love to hear your answer too, so let me know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this series, I hope you'll take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. I genuinely love to have you here as the journey continues. There's so much more to come. Seasonal living, homemaking, thoughtful routines, and the everyday process of creating a home that feels beautifully lived in. But however you live in your home, I hope it supports you well. And before we go, let's take a moment for home. Lord, thank you for the blessing of home. Thank you for spaces that shelter us, restore us, and hold the details of our everyday lives. I pray that every person watching would experience peace within their home, a peace that quiets anxiety, restores the heart, and reminds them they are cared for. Help us create homes filled with warmth, wisdom, gratitude, and grace. And may the spaces we live in reflect the peace and goodness you desire for us. Amen.